Hey fam, ooh, all the balloons. In this video, I am going to be talking about the 3 steps to toning up. It is literally as easy as 1, 2, and 3. Kind of, it's not that easy, but still, you get the picture. I'm going to tell you how to tone up in 3 steps that you need to follow. Now, can you actually build muscle and drop body fat at the same time? Because they are not the same thing. When you are going through this process, you are not converting fat into muscle directly. It doesn't work like that. You don't turn fat into muscle. I think everyone understands that now. But what we do is we drop body fat and we build muscle at the same time, ideally. And that is how you get that tight and toned effect, body recomposition, all those different terms. So, can you do both at the same time? Yes, you can. It's not as effective. If you're a newbie in the gym or you've been having really low protein and now you're suddenly increasing your protein intake, new in the gym, or you've been out for quite a while and you're getting back into it, or perhaps coming back from injury or something like that, then you could get those results. You definitely could get that body recomp effect quite a lot easier than someone who is more experienced in the gym, has been dieting for a while, anything like that. If that's the case, if you have a bit more experience and you're not a complete newbie, then it is better to do a diet phase, do a build phase, do a diet phase, do a build phase. It's better to do it separately, but it is possible to do both at the same time, and the goal is to build muscle and drop body fat. They are 2 completely separate things. So, step 1 is you want to lose weight, then you need to be in a calorie deficit. You can do that by eating less calories and moving more and doing bigger output so that you're in an energy deficit, meaning that you are putting in less food into your body than your body needs, and so therefore it's going to break down, ideally, body fat, but it will break down whatever it needs to then give that energy to help bring it up to the level that it requires. That is all a deficit is that it just triggers your body to break down stored resources to fill in the gap that you have created by being in that calorie deficit. So step 1 is just being in an energy deficit. That will make you lose weight. You will drop, if you do nothing else but just be in a calorie deficit, you will drop muscle, fluid, and body fat. You'll lose it all. But if you then add high protein, so you give your body high amounts of protein, you're now giving the stimulus, you're giving the materials that build muscle, you are less likely to lose as much muscle and retain some more muscle. It has a muscle sparing effect and therefore promote more body fat loss. So high protein, whilst in a calorie deficit, you will lose more body fat and retain more muscle. That's step 2. Step 3 is now we need to build muscle on top of that. So then we do resistance training, and we don't just fluff about. We push ourselves hard in the gym 3 to 5 days a week, pushing within 1 to 3 reps of failure, working all our muscle groups, 10 to 20 hard working sets for each muscle group. And in that way, you're going to then stimulate muscle growth because you have the high protein. That combined stimulates to the body to say, hey, don't break down this muscle for energy. We need this. We're using this. You can use body fat instead. So they're the 3 ways. Now, how much protein do you need to have? Anywhere easy rule of thumb, 2 to 3 grams per kilogram of body weight. I just personally find for females 130 to 160 grams tends to actually be pretty decent. So that could work as well. And what about the calorie deficit? Where do you get started with that? So, what you should do is step 1, just track your calories, track everything that you're putting into your body for an extended period of time, for a couple of weeks, and see what your average maintenance is and if your weight is maintaining. If your weight is maintaining, then what you need to do is drop the calories down. Maybe start with a 250 calorie drop. Start there, see how your body responds. If you're not dropping any weight after a week or so, drop the calories down another 100 calories, or increase your steps by 1,000 steps. Rinse and repeat. If you're not seeing any changes, drop the calories down or increase your steps until you see some movement in the scales or change in your body or change in your photos or the way that your clothes fit. You visibly see yourself getting leaner. That's how you work out your calorie deficit, really simply without maths. It's the non-mathematical way. Make sure that you do not take calories away from protein. That stays the same. Fats stay relatively the same, and it's from carbohydrates, just because you need an essential amount of fats for your health, and then also protein, you need that to help maintain your muscle. So carbs are like, you can like fluctuate carbs a little bit more safely. I probably wouldn't, like, I don't know, just again, rule of thumb, like generally speaking, like don't really drop your fats lower than 40 grams a day. That just tends to be on average like the lowest kind of feeling okay enough amount. That's probably quite low, but for some, but like you could probably go to that and then you won't feel too shitty. Anything lower than that, it's not feeling too good. So that is to be in a calorie deficit. Then we're doing that. Then we're going 2 to 3 grams of per kilogram body weight for protein. We're going to resistance train, build muscle, push hard in the gym, try and get stronger 3 to 5 times a week. You could do like upper, lower, full body day. You could do 3 full body days. You could go upper, lower, upper, lower. If you want to do 5 days, you could do upper, lower, upper, lower, upper, lower. I've lost blah, blah, blah. 3 lower, 2 upper. Or you could do 2 in a hybrid day. Anything like that works, depending on how your training schedule goes as well. You just want to make sure that you're not doing like back-to-back on the same muscle groups. Like give it a day, give it 24 hours between muscle groups. Yeah, that's training. Can you do both? You can do both at the same time. It's not as effective. It's better to just focus on the fat loss whilst retaining and building a tiny bit of muscle, and then focus on building muscle whilst maintaining the fat levels that you're at. So you maintain one, slightly improve one while you push the other. That's kind of the phases that you want to go for when it comes to toning up. So that is the 3 steps on how to tone up. Now, if you want a free guide to help you, then DM me Tone Up and I'll send you a guide to help get you started. And I'll see you guys in the next video.